Welcome to the American Dream, a show that started right here in San Diego, America's finest city, that now spans positive media all across the country, real stories in real neighborhoods. Hi, I'm your host, Craig Sewing, and here's the American Dream.
Hi everyone, I'm Maria Devins with American Dream TV. I'll be your host today. I'm here in Palatine, Illinois. This is a local suburb about 36 miles northwest of the city of Chicago. Today I'm at the Village Hall. We'll be meeting Mayor Jim Schwantz. Super excited. We're going to talk to Jim about why he became mayor and what new developments are in store for the city. Let's go in and talk with him. Today I am super excited because this gentleman next to me is Mayor Jim Schwantz. He is the third generation Palatinian, as they say. Jim, I can't thank you enough for doing the interview with me today. Thank you so much for being here.
Well, I appreciate it, Maria. Anytime I get an opportunity to brag on my hometown, I'm going to take that opportunity.
Tell me why you decided you wanted to become mayor.
You know, I was born and raised here, and when our daughter got old enough to start thinking about school, for us to start thinking about schools, to kind of set down root, so we started really looking for a place to settle in, and I was approached by some business owners, and they were saying, would you ever think about running for mayor? And then I was on a walk with my wife, and I said, what do you think? Do you think this is the time to do it? And she said, yeah, let's go ahead and give it a shot.
We have a lot of new developments going on here in Palatine. Tell me a little bit about those. What's happening? Why are they happening? Who are they for?
Sure. So the one that's probably the largest development's 58 units. It's going at the old Kinch's property over on Johnson Street. So that's the biggest one. The next one at the old Kramer Photography Studio, which is the corner of Brockway and Palatine Road. That's going to be apartments, 19 apartments that are going to be going in there. Right. The next one is over on Quinton Road, the old Mia's Garden property. There's going to be 9 townhomes that are going to be built.
Oh, what a great location.
And they're all the ranch-style homes.
Yeah.
The ranch-style townhomes. So again, another way to try to keep older adults who want to stay in Palatine and don't want to do the stairs anymore. And then the last one's a small development at the corner of Brockway and Colfax. Kind of like more like row homes. They're homes like the city of Chicago. What we're finding is, talking to our developer people, there's a lot of people that want to own homes with minimal to no outside maintenance.
Jim, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it.
Yes, no
Always
problem.
Good to see you.
Thank
Always
you so
good to
much.
see you.
Always a pleasure, Maria.
Thank you, Del. Thank you. Well, it was great meeting with Mayor Jim Schwantz at the Palatine Village. Right now, we're going to be stopping by at Aggio's, my favorite Italian restaurant here in Palatine. We're going to be talking with Patty Dalkis, who is the Senior Vice President of Lending for Guaranteed Rate. We're going to talk with Patty about what it's going to take for buyers to get a home in this market going on right now. Let's go in and talk with her now. Patty, I am so excited that you are here with me today. I want to talk about right now, where are buyers coming in and what are we doing for them?
Well, let's get started with why I got into doing this.
Okay.
My biggest passion in life is helping first-time home buyers achieve home ownership.
I've seen you call the listing agents when I've been on the buyer's agent side. I've seen you call that listing agent when he or she is in multiple offers.
Absolutely.
I've seen you call immediately within the minute my offer is submitted and talk to that listing agent, explaining your process, explaining the communication that you're going to give her so that that listing agent knows that the team around our buyer is solid.
Exactly.
And I think that looks better to a seller.
Of course it does. It gives them peace of mind.
Yep.
And by the time I've made that phone call, we've already verified income, we've already verified credit and assets. So it literally is a 24-hour process by the time they get out of underwriting, and we can have an appraisal back if needed. Sometimes we do get lucky and get an appraisal waiver.
Correct.
Not often, but when we do, we can have a clear to close in 48 hours.
And I've seen you do it. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
My pleasure.
I want to thank my guests today, Mayor Jim Schwantz, Palatine, and Patty Dalkis of Guaranteed Rate. It was great meeting with them. I'm Maria Devins, your host with American Dream TV. Until we see each other again, stay well and stay safe.
I'm Shayanta Spaniel with Shayanta Spaniel Realty. I'm your host today for the American Dream TV. We are in beautiful Chicago. We're going to be exploring the beautiful city. We're also going to be meeting with the Chicago Blackhawks, finding out what they do with the community. We're also going to be meeting with the Black foodies, exploring the culture of food and some of the must-see places and must-have foods in the area. Join us as we explore our beautiful city. We are at the Chicago Blackhawks Arena. We're going to be touring this arena, finding out all the amazing things that they do with the community. Join us as we take a look at what they have to offer. I'm joined here at the Chicago Blackhawks Arena with Sarah. She's done us the honor of allowing us to tour her beautiful studio and get to see some of her players. I know that you guys do so much with the community, so I wanted you to speak on that a little bit about what this community center is for, who can come to it, and how long it's been around.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for having me here. This space, built just a handful of years ago, is public to the community. We offer programming, meeting spaces. Really, it's open to everybody in around this neighborhood, but also beyond that across Chicago, and folks from all across Chicagoland access this space, but no more important than our own neighbors right here in this zip code 60612. The West Side has been our home for almost 100 years. And so for us, it's really about showing up in those communities, in those neighborhoods, in schools, in the community organizations, in the partnerships, supporting the small businesses. And then we invite them here into our spaces, here at Fifth Third Arena, but also at the United Center. And so that has been really seamless for us as we think about our outreach approach. It's really starting in their spaces and then making sure that they feel welcome, included in our own spaces.
Well, that's phenomenal. I feel like sports is one of those type of things that just include everybody from all types of diversities, backgrounds, ages, sex. It doesn't matter. It includes everybody, and they, tour something that was built on bringing the community together, and I feel that it's done just that. So thank you once again, Sarah. We are joined here with
the Black Foodie.
Thank you guys so much for being here. So what made you guys start exploring our beautiful city and trying out the food?
We've been here all our lives.
Oh, really?
We love Chicago.
And with us having 5 children, we're great in the kitchen. So we make great food, and we like to treat ourselves and go out and eat good food as well.
Exactly. You said it right. Make great food and eat good food too. So that's a good thing too. So, Chicago is known for 2 main things, the deep dish pizza and the Chicago dogs. What is your favorite of the 2?
I would have to go deep dish pizza, but little known fact, the real Chicago pizza is tavern style pizza.
Really?
In Chicago, we cut squares, not slices, just so you know.
I feel like food is one of those things that bring community together. Doesn't matter what your background is, food brings us together. And I feel that our city is filled with a culture that embraces that. Okay, so why don't you tell us about some of the amazing food that we can find here in the Magnificent Mile?
You name it, they have it here on the Mag Mile. Deep dish pizza, Greek, Italian. It's just a plethora of different restaurants that any and everybody can come and enjoy. Come to the city of Chicago and get it on.
And would you say this is one of the biggest foodie spots in America?
It's the best foodie city in the United States.
Yeah,
hands down.
Heard it from them.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for being here. You've given us so much amazing information about our great city.
Oh, thanks for inviting us to Club Shay Shay.
All righty. Thank you guys so much. Thank you again for watching American Dream TV. This is Shayanta Spaniel. We'll see you next time.
Hello and welcome to Selling Chicago for American Dream TV. I am your host and lifestyle expert, Michael Scanlon. Today we are here in beautiful Westchester, Illinois. We're going to be highlighting an adaptive reuse project downtown. But first, I had to stop by one of my favorite places here in Westchester, the Wolf Road Nature Preserve. I'm a big gardener, so I like to go walking at places like this, and it's something I like to do before I go to work. So I'm gonna go for a little bit of a walk if you want to join me. I am here with real estate developer Liba Bernath. Liba, we are on our way to one of your properties, and it's a really cool story that you have related to that property. I think a lot of people think developers have all sorts of money. Can you tell me a little bit about your story related to that property that we're heading to?
So this property in particular, it's an interesting beginning in how we got it and how we bought it and how we found it. But really how we acquired it, you know, we ended up selling our house. We ended up refinancing all of our cars, our IA, that we sold everything that we owned in order to be majority owners of this portfolio here. And we risked pretty much everything that we bet the farm is what we did. And we ended up living in one, we had a trailer and we ended up living in that for, I don't know, 6+ months, maybe more. People thought we were nuts, but now obviously it paid off, but it was a big risk when we did it.
So it's a wild story, but believe it or not, that is not her craziest story when it comes to real estate. So I understand you rehabbed a house when you were pregnant?
Yes. So I was 8 months pregnant. I was in the trailer and I was like, we need somewhere proper to live. We work all the time. We were traveling. I don't even think we noticed how long we were in the trailer for. But I was like, you know, we need a proper place to live. And I found this house. It was inhabitable. No one would have lived in it. And in 30 days, 8 months pregnant, I rehabbed it. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. And that's what we live in now. That's pretty incredible. And, you know, we've got your other property that we've got here, very similar thing you're rehabbing at the moment. So do you mind if we
let's
take a look at that?
All right. So we are here at your redevelopment project here in Westchester. Can you tell me a little bit about this current project, how you got it, how things are going?
So this project is a 7-building portfolio that we purchased. A couple years ago, we actually had a notary that came to our office in Evanston that comes from Cicero and passed through here and saw a for sale sign and had mentioned it to us. And from there, we just got we got interested and kind of looked into the property and we're like, oh, this is a good opportunity. We noticed in this area specifically that there were only houses, not really a lot of apartments, and it's not really pretty either, not really a lot of what you see here, what we're developing. And so we thought, this is a perfect opportunity. We've done this before, where we buy offices that are empty and vacant and ugly and just not doing anything. And we take it and we gut it and convert it into beautiful luxury apartments that people can really enjoy.
So these were all offices when you started this, correct?
Really ugly old offices, like you would have thought it was staged for an old movie. That's what it looked like.
But now these are obviously, becoming very beautiful. Can you tell me a little bit about the finishes, why you chose them, something?
Yeah. So, well, right now, obviously gold is in, and it's something that when we design anything, we design it with the concept of can someone make it their own? So just enough style and personality where you can come in and still add your own colors, add your own takes.
So this is obviously, very cool building, but what is your favorite part?
I like that each unit you go into is completely unique. And no one apartment is shaped the same because we take these offices and we gut them and we have to figure out how to we put walls here that were never there. So every unit is completely unique. And I think my other favorite part is that we create community. We create a space where people aren't, again, they're not just living in an apartment and going on with their lives. They're on top of retail spots that we curate to make sure that meet their needs. So people are friends and community look out for each other. It's a kind of place where you can live and leave your Amazon packages outside and not worry about it. And everybody knows because of our vetting process that their neighbors are just as qualified to be, living here as well. So everyone feels safe.
I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Selling Chicago for American Dream TV here in Westchester, how we can go from forest preserves to offices that are being turned into luxury living. And with that, we'll see you next time.
Hi, I'm Joanne Hudson with Compass Real Estate, and we are here in Winnetka, Illinois, a beautiful village on the North Shore of Chicago, about 16 miles north of the city. Winnetka is about 4 square miles, 12,500 people live here, and it is truly one of the most beautiful suburbs in all of Chicago. We are standing in front of the iconic Home Alone house, which was featured in the movie that was produced by John Hughes in 1990. John Hughes was a big fan of the North Shore of Chicago, and he produced other films that were also made here. 16 Candles, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and Uncle Buck. Our next stop is going to be a beautiful home situated on a bluff above Lake Michigan, right here in Winnetka. Come with me and we'll go take a look. Hi, I'm here with my good friend and neighbor, Scott Ferris, who is the principal of the Lakota Group and Red Spade. And we are here on this absolutely gorgeous property on a bluff above Lake Michigan. This house has been owned by only 2 families. It was built in the 1870s, and this family bought it in 1944, and 3 generations have lived here. They've renovated the house extensively and the lakefront, and we're going to hear Scott's thoughts about the lakefront and the landscape architecture all around the North Shore.
Thank you, Joanne. It's great to be here today, and appreciate the opportunity to always be out in someone's backyard along Lake Michigan's shoreline. As a landscape architect, I've had great opportunity to practice my craft not only as an urban planner, but as a landscape architect in Winnetka. And having been a resident for the last 25 years, you get to know a lot of the history and the ins and outs of the community. And having been involved most recently in the village's comprehensive plan for the next 30 years, we found out how much the lake really means to the community, what a great asset it is. And in many respects, people look at it as a beach town here in the Chicago. In our cold weather of the Midwest, we have one of the best beach communities in the country.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, the architecture of this house was modeled after an East Coast beach house.
Exactly.
What do you think are some of the things that really drew you here to Winnetka?
Yeah, Winnetka is a really special place. I think what drew me here as a design professional was the authenticity of the community. It's real. The old buildings are traditional downtown, the old train station, the character, the walkable streets, the mature tree canopy, beaches. There's history here. And this community spends an inordinate amount of effort preserving and protecting that history for future generations. You really can't buy that in a newer community today. You can create it, and a lot of communities are doing that, but that's something as a design professional, as a resident, I value greatly, and it requires a lot of effort and a lot of time. There's a cost to it, but it's worth it because it's real.
Well, and it's so available to everybody who lives here. We have these wonderful public parks and everybody can go to the beach. It's just fantastic.
We sometimes overlook that, and in the last number of years, our beaches, now they're being improved, have been a focus of the community. They weren't for a long time. There were a lot of people in town who loved it, played sports, used all the other amenities in this town, but really didn't use their lakefront. And over the last, I would say the last 5 to 10 years, and the pandemic has helped us, it has become an active health and wellness place.
Yeah.
We watch paddle boarders, we have jet skis, we have beach users, we have swimmers. Things that really weren't happening here probably 20 years ago are active again along the lakefront, so it's great.
Scott, thanks so much for joining me today here at this beautiful lakefront setting here in Winnetka, which by definition means beautiful land. And thanks also to American Dream TV for giving us the opportunity to talk with you today.
Welcome to American Dream TV. I'm Alexa Wagner, your host. Today, I'm going to share with you a sprinkle of what makes this town consistently voted one of the best places to live. Speaking of best places to live, I'm going to show you one of my gorgeous listings, 8 South 061 Indiana Avenue. Come check it out. Follow me to this outdoor oasis. This is amazing. This 5,000 square foot patio was strategically designed so that you could enjoy the outdoor kitchen in the shade about 3, 4 o'clock. Then you can make your way over to the pool area. And the good thing about this is that they watched where in the sunset, and that's where they placed the pool. So you get the most sun to be able to sunbathe and enjoy the pool until about 6 o'clock. Then when the sun goes down and you're cold, you can just jump right over to the gas fire pit and warm up and roast some marshmallows and have s'mores. Well, I couldn't feature this amazing property without taking a dip in the pool. This is what I love about my hometown. Whether you want a property with acreage and horses and golf carts, or to live in the historic district, or a subdivision with pool and tennis and golf, Naperville truly has it all. The only thing missing from this pool setting is a good summer cocktail. Luckily, Sullivan's is only a few minutes down the street, and they are waiting for us, ready to make the knockout martini to go with this knockout pool. From rural and relaxing at Indiana Avenue to swinging at Sully's downtown Naperville, this town truly has it all, and it is what I love most about living here for 40 plus years. Let's go check it out and have a knockout martini with my favorite bartender, Dave. So excited to be behind the bar and see my best buddy, Dave, the bartender.
Alexa, how are you?
At Sullivan's, here we are. We just viewed an amazing knockout property about a couple miles down the road, and now we're gonna feature my favorite cocktail, the signature knockout martini that I've been drinking since 1998, and Dave's been making it for me.
1/4 of a century.
And I never kind of know how it's made, but I just know that it's gorgeous and I love it. I love lots of them at a time. So what about the knockout? Like, where did it come from and how has it lasted the test of time?
Well, it was probably one of our original martinis from almost about coming up on 25 years. It's named the Knockout because John L. Sullivan was the last bare-fisted boxing champion, so a lot of our martinis were named after boxing terms, so don't let the name scare you. Knockout, and if you have one too many, it might knock you out.
It's pretty tame.
Yeah, so what we do is we take fresh Hawaiian pineapple and we marinate it with New Amsterdam orange vodka, and we let it marinate for about 10 days. And then in about 10 days, we just take a cheesecloth and we hand squeeze it, so we get a lot of the flavor out of the pineapple, which gives it that great flavor that it has. So, and like I said, it's one of our most popular martinis we serve. I literally have guests that come from different states to come in just to get knockout martinis and dinner at Sullivan's Steakhouse.
And since Sullivan's is the only Sullivan's in Illinois, and we are lucky enough to have it downtown Naperville and right in the center of town, it's become a local favorite, and many things come and go in Naperville, which is fabulous. There's a lot of evolution, but it's also nice to have something awesome that just stands the test of time. And I feel like Dave and Sullivan's truly stand the test of time. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. It needs to be over here. All right, I'm the taste tester. Oh my God, so good, so good. Little ice chips, a little froth. It is phenomenal, super refreshing. This would be awesome by the pool at Indiana Avenue or anywhere.
Yeah, it's a great summer martini, but like I said, we serve them year round. So with summer coming up though, it's a great time to stop by and have a knockout martini.
See you at Sullivan's. Thank you for joining me today on this episode of American Dream in Naperville, Illinois. This town truly has it all and something for everyone. Hope to see you here sometime. Thanks for watching.
Welcome to American Dream Television. I'm Megan Mawicki, your host for the North Shore. Today, we're in Wilmette, Illinois, one of the largest towns on the entire North Shore, and just a hop, skip, and a jump from downtown Chicago, only 14 miles. Now, Wilmette was founded in 1872. It has a huge boating community here because it has one of the first beaches ever founded on the North Shore. There's also a harbor and a newly renovated yacht club. Now, Wilmette also offers diverse architectural styles. You can pretty much find everything and anything here. Nothing is cookie cutter. It's also known for its brick streets and mature tree-lined streets. Wilmette is simply gorgeous. Downtown Wilmette is one of the most vibrant towns on all of the North Shore. There's been a resurgence of restaurants here, and one of the biggest influencers elevating the restaurant game is North Shore native Mike Shakazian. He's the co-owner of Vandalay Restaurant Groups. He is fun, charismatic, proof he drives a car boat? Mike! Wow! Oh my gosh! I bet you've never seen this before, because I haven't. You get some looks, don't you? when you drive by? Like, what is this?
We don't want too much attention, you know.
This is so fun. We got a car boat, very fitting for your restaurant, one of your 10 plus, Pescadero. Let's go check it out, huh?
Sure, sounds good.
As you know, growing up, we didn't have restaurants here. And
There was
now
nothing in Wilmette.
you've changed the game. What was the thinking behind that?
I built what my wife and I would want to go to. We lived in the city for 10 years. And then after having kids, moved back up here, and there was nothing back in the early 2000s. And so we were one of the first ones to come back, and now Wilmette is really thriving with restaurants. It's really fun to come here any night of the week, especially like Thursday, Friday, the weekends. It's really happening. There's live music on the park a lot of times, and we have a bunch of outdoor seating, so it's been fantastic. So we really kind of created a restaurant that was similar to what you can get in the city. And now a bunch of other restaurants have done the same thing, and it's great.
What do you love about the North Shore?
I grew up here, and it's home to me, but it's also so convenient. Being close to the lake, not that far from the city, and it's very peaceful and really nice people.
Community, right?
Absolutely, community.
And now we're at Double Clutch Brewery, just a few minutes from downtown Wilmette, another one of Mike's restaurants. I gotta have some beer.
Yeah, gotta have some beer. Come on in, check it out. Got lots to show you. This is our back bar, and we have a stage. We have music here a couple nights a week, or a lot of events. We're perfect for birthday parties, weddings, celebrations, corporate events, so we've been doing a lot of those.
Just 1 year in business. You won a huge award?
We won silver medal at Great American Beer Fest for our Helles beer and our Rauch beer, which is a smoked Helles beer. So 2 silver medals in our first year, which is crazy. And then because we won those 2, we won Brewer of the Year and Brewery of the Year for the smallest category.
And now, this is the other part.
So the cars. So we have many classic cars in a collection that our family has, and we change them out every month or 2.
This has to make you so happy, like where you see kids in here and
Kids absolutely love it because it's just fun. It's really fun.
So your brewery, but also a showroom.
Exactly, that was the idea. And we're all set for events. We actually have a front bar that we can keep open. If we have an event, you can have this room, that room, both these rooms, and we still have a little bit of room to be open to the public, so we don't have to close down.
Well, cheers. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having me.
We appreciate the tour and the tour of the car collection.
Prost.
Well, I hope you enjoyed today's show, produced from America's finest city, but shot in the heart of your neighborhoods. Don't forget positive media when the world really needs it. Follow us on social media at The American Dream TV. See you next time. In the meantime, cheers to your American dream.